confused. Did you hear about the new video game? It's an Evil Dead game. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing in the dark, man? They're here. Whoa! Welcome back. I am the Strange Monkey, and today myself and Angela from Morbid Heart Designs will be reviewing a little classic from not a little classic, a big fucking movie, a classic, a masterpiece known as Poltergeist. Poltergeist is directed by Tobe Hooper, written by Steven Spielberg, and it stars Craig T. Nelson, Jo Beth Williams, Dominic Dunn, Oliver Robbins, Heather O'Rourke, and Zelda Rubinstein. It's about a family living in California. Everything is great, they're minding their own business, and all of a sudden, there are some strange occurrences. There's a presence in the house that is causing disturbances here, there, moving chairs and just making things float all over the house. And the family is concerned. I mean, who wouldn't be when there's a damn tree coming in through the window, and then there's a damn clown grabbing your son's neck, and then there's this big fucking force that's trying to pull your daughter in through a closet. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If I lived in a house and all of that was going on, I wouldn't even call any of these paranormal experts. I would get a flamethrower and burn that whole house down and start fresh elsewhere. Like I said, there is a poltergeist presence in the house. Carol Ann goes missing. She's the youngest of the children, and the family is concerned. They're frightened. Where did she go after all of these disturbances? Nobody knows! So they have to call upon some paranormal experts, and they have to come in and do their thing. I know we've seen this before in films like this, and it just doesn't stop. There's more weird shit going on in this movie, and you are taken on a roller coaster ride that just doesn't stop for a while until the movie's over. Then the ride comes to a screeching halt. And you say, holy shit. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. I gotta say, this film was well written, well paced, well acted. I loved every minute of this movie. You feel concerned about these characters. You want them to survive. You want them to find Carol Ann. She is the focus of this film. You have Tangina in there, calling on Carol Ann to try to get her out. This woman is a force of nature. Don't fuck with Tangina, because she is not putting up with your shit, okay? Yeah, there's a lot of controversy behind this film as far as who directed this film. Tobe Hooper's name is on the credits. It was directed by Tobe Hooper, but some say that Steven Spielberg was running the show for the majority of the time. He wrote it, he produced it, blah, 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 But I just find that to be very strange. This was probably the most successful film that Tobe Hooper directed, and I'm pretty sure it was because, Steven Spielberg had something to do with it, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that he just said, move over, buddy, let me show you how the pros do it, and we'll get this done. It's just not fair. You don't do that to people. Not only was this film a huge success, but it had some great special effects for its time, and unfortunately, some really bad moments during this time when it was released. So this is where I'm going to hand this one over to Angela.
We'll tear your soul apart.
They're here. No, they're not really. But I am, and so is Strange Monkey, and we are excited to talk about Poltergeist. So much amazing things about this movie. After doing the research for this and watching the Shudder Cursed Film series that has an episode focused on this, which I highly recommend that series, I am here to talk about two different aspects of this movie. First, the special effects, and then the cursed parts of it. I guess we'll start with the cursed part. There is a theory online that this movie is cursed because they used real human skeletons in the production of Poltergeist 1. There's a lot of deaths surrounding this movie. First of all, we had the unfortunate death of, actually all of them are unfortunate. No one died old in their bed surrounded by their loved ones. In no particular order am I giving these deaths, but the first death is Dominique Dunn, who unfortunately was strangled by her significant other. People contribute the fact that she died because of these human bones, which is stupid to me. Then there was Will Sampson, who is in the second movie. During the time on that, he performed an exorcism on set. Later on, he died at the age of 50 with kidney issues and malnutrition. Then we have Heather O'Rourke, who passed away during the filming of Poltergeist 3. Basically, they had to rewrite the ending of the third movie and pull in somebody to be her stand-in, just as a placeholder to conclude the story, because the studio made them finish the movie. No one wanted to do that. Final person who died in association with this movie was Julian Beck. He died before the third movie was made of stomach cancer, and his character was pulled into this particular movie, and this actor who portrayed his character was actually put into a mask that was based off of the death mask of Julian. Now, in the sake of time, we're just going to talk about the first movie and the practical effects in it, which are amazing. So many, like every scene pretty much has some level of practical effects. I'm a practical effect person. I love when movies do that. You will always get extra points in my opinion. All the special effects are so well done, and there are so many that this movie actually did get nominated for an Academy Award for special effects. There's so many practical effects that could be listed, but I'm going to narrow it down to just a few that, doing my research and watching clips again for this, I felt were extremely impressive. The first one, and I feel it's a technique and something that has been used in a lot of movies since, and that is the room spinning. They built an entire room on a mechanism that would spin basically around the director's chair so they could get the shots that they wanted. And this is a particular character sliding across the ceiling and the walls, and you see it in a lot of possession type movies and ghost type movies now. Another crazy incredible scene, and the makeup may not necessarily hold up to today's standard, but what went into it is pretty freaking impressive. There is a scene where one of the characters' faces starts to melt off. Now, it's only 26 seconds of the movie, but it took 16 cuts to get through the entire process of this face melting off and then snapping back on. Like, it's like a hallucination type thing, so you get the reverting back to normal, like things are fucking with your head. Crazy to think. 16 takes a really long time for only 26 seconds of the movie. You process that. Especially when you're talking special effects makeup, special effects getting it set up, if you have to redo anything, it's crazy. There's honestly a lot more that can be said about Poltergeist, and maybe I'll do a review on my channel. I'm definitely going to be binging them. I'm very excited to see all these practical effects. Poltergeist is definitely an influential movie in horror, as I've said before, and everybody who knows horror knows this franchise. But that's what I have to say for this. So, from my dark heart to yours, have a wonderful day, and please don't die before our next video.
And there you have it, folks. That's Poltergeist in a nutshell. And I will say that it is an absolute masterpiece. You need to see it if you have not seen Poltergeist, because then after this, you can watch Poltergeist 2. Yes. Why? Because it has one of the scariest characters of all time, Reverend Henry Kane. God is in his holy temple. Anyway, give me one moment. I need to check if my TV is working finally. There was a disturbance earlier.